rescuers. Border reivers they were called. Their loyalties lied with no country or king. Their loyalties lied in their control. It was the kind of freedom Elizabeth yearned for, and it was the freedom that was shunned and despised around her. The stories that travellers and merchants whispered in the streets were ones of boundless adventures. Some may say danger and lawlessness. Elizabeth couldn't care less, as long as it freed her from her tedious, mundane life. A few bullets here and there didn't faze her. Her father did not condone that lifestyle. He did not condone most of the things Elizabeth found joy in, especially her visits downtown. He forbade her ventures there, claiming that is when the devil will corrupt innocent young ladies like herself, claiming that the people there would ruin her, and along with her, his reputation. Once, Elizabeth's father caught her sneaking to the town centre. His harsh words and harsher punishments did not stop her. They simply taught her to be smarter and stealthier, skills that would serve her well as a border reiver. A cunning young one, the toilers called her, as they returned to the workhouse. In the beginning they gawked at her clothing and her hair, both impressed and disgusted by the sheer amount of wealth that she adorned. She was quick to learn. She soon only wore what she could scavenge off the streets. She blended in, and the more she faded into the background, the more she heard. The border, better known as the Wastes, did not lie far from her residence. The streets told cautionary tales about that area, to avoid the marauding reivers that called it home. Elizabeth often found herself falling asleep to the thought of escaping to the Wastes, with wind blowing through her hair that was unkempt for once, no longer restrained by layers upon layers of clothes. The idea of settling into her prosaic life was enough to chase away the fear that laced the stories. Before long the thoughts consumed her, leaking from the privacy of night, to antagonising her every waking second. It upset Elizabeth, knowing that no matter what she did, she needed to feed her insatiable desire for novelty that was eating away at her. The reivers could cure her. They had to. In the dark of the night she crept away for the final time. Tales of a fierce reiver led her to a bastille house on its last legs. Elizabeth prayed that he would take her as one of his own. Before she could knock, the door burst open. Her bluebell petticoat was painted brown as she scrambled back on her knees. The man towered over her. His eyes met Elizabeth, and hers met the barrel of a gun. His finger quivered over the trigger. At least she got her adventure.
Please hang up and try again.